What's up, all you legends? Welcome back to our Radical Red walkthrough, part 9. In today's video, we are challenging Lt Surge, the electric type gym leader. We did just pick up a good rod in Vermilion City, so we're just going to test it out, do a bit of fishing. I haven't done much fishing in the entire game. We've just come across a shoulder. Definitely going to take some time to do a bit more fishing because I need to look into catching a water Pokemon. Now, inside the gym, we're going to battle all of Surge's boys here. And there is a little gym challenge to try to reach Surge. So our gym is pretty strong at the moment. He seems to be knocking out Pokemon pretty easily and pretty fast. I'm not even going to try and lie. Surge was the toughest battle I've had in this game. I probably challenged him close to 50 times. I kept losing. I tried to swap my Pokemon around. It just wasn't working. I think my types are not too favorable against Surge's Pokemon. So ultimately I had to go and catch a whole bunch of new Pokemon, train them up, swap them around, switch them up, and eventually I came back with a stronger team that's more suited for electric types. But man, is he a tough gym leader to defeat. I think I definitely went in with the completely wrong team. So I didn't show you all the 50 attempts of me losing. I'm just showing you my final attempt. If you do have Surge coming up, just be prepared. Try get a ton of ground Pokemon, grass Pokemon, also some fire Pokemon and electric Pokemon. They will help you a lot. I didn't have many of these. I just had Gloom as a grass Pokemon. So I did have to catch a lot more ground types. An electric type with ground attacks would be perfect. Now here in the gym, you've got to go to every single bin until you find a switch. And then there's a second switch that's right next to it. It can be above, below, left or right. So you're just going to have to keep fiddling around and go from bin to bin. Try your luck. When you find a switch, try one of the 4 options next to it. And every time you get it wrong, it resets. Here we're starting. Surge sent out a Pincurchin, which was the bane of my life, because as he comes out, he sets the electric field, which boosts all of his electric types. And then Bellibolt comes out, which has an electric attack that heals it constantly. So he was a really tough one to get through. I was using my OGM to block his healing initially, but it just wasn't working out because I needed OGM for one of his later Pokemon. But Gloom seemed to be a good battle for Bellybot because I also have Mega Drain, so we just kind of drain each other. Then he sent out Raichu. I have to swap out. This is my new Pokemon, Bastiodon. He is super strong, very defensive, and physical attack. He was my main Pokemon to deal damage, because Earthquake really lays down a lot of damage for electric types. But I couldn't use him solely. He gets knocked out after 1 or 2 Pokemon. But I wouldn't have been able to defeat Surge without Bastiodon. Now, Pawmot. Pawmot is also probably the most difficult Pokemon in this team because he just one-shots everything. And he doesn't really use electric attacks. He's got like all the different punching attacks. He's got ice punch, drain punch. So he hits you with different attacks, whatever you're weak against. That's why I had to keep OGM for him, because his psychic attacks were the only things that were causing a lot of damage, and OGM could survive one shot. He's got fire punch, everything. Then Manectric is quite strong at Mega Evolves, but it's pretty straightforward to beat. No fancy tricks with him. And Pincurchin is also just a nuisance, but not tough to beat. It's definitely Pawmot and that Belliot Pokemon. Those were the two that just kept getting me. Manectric is strong, but you can withstand some of his attacks if you're the right type. I also had to get this Dugtrio. This was actually the last Pokemon that I got. I needed another ground type. All my Pokemon are just getting knocked out one shot. And I needed a Pokemon that would attack quickly, so I made sure my Dugtrio had Sucker Punch and lots of Earth attacks. So that's how we're doing. Bellibolt was the last Pokemon, probably the most annoying with Pawmot, but we did get him in the end. After, I'm not even exaggerating, 50 attempts. So we finally beat him. We got Volt Switch. He constantly used Volt Switch with Manectric. I was even considering trying to evolve some of my Pokemon and all sorts, but I just had to get a whole new team pretty much. So now that Surge is finally out the way, I'm going to swap back to my original team of what I want. I did just catch a lot of Pokemon just to beat Surge, and I think that's the case for a lot of the tough battles and gym leaders. You're going to have to get a team specifically designed for that leader. Even if there aren't Pokemon that you particularly like, you just got to do what you can to win. So we did have Pyro, which was quite useful. But I'm not going to use him because I have Charcadet. I want to use Charcadet as my fire type. I also caught an Ursaring, which I would like to keep in my team for now instead of Mankey. I'm not going to use Gyarados, but I'm going to keep him on the side. I'm definitely going to keep OGM, Charcadet, Bastiodon. I might trade out Axew eventually if we find a lot of cool Pokemon. But for now, Ursaring I also want to keep in my team. But sheesh, I'm so happy to have beaten Surge. Toughest battle ever. I honestly thought I wouldn't be able to beat him. But he's out the way. Don't think you're going to have one strong Pokemon that's just going to destroy these gym leaders, because it's not the case. It's just so tough. You need to build pretty much your whole team, 4 or 5 Pokemon, around this gym leader's lineup. So now in Vermilion, I did visit some of these houses. I did get a bicycle voucher. That's a must get. You must come and get your bike voucher. And I came and dropped off my fossil here. So now I've received Omanyte for my fossil. You can pick up your fossil Pokemon after you've beaten Surge. Come and talk to everyone in the town. Come and collect your good rod. And here you can trade shards for some of these rare, awesome Pokemon as well. So don't think you can't get other fossil Pokemon. You just have to find some shards. I found some shards on wild Pokemon. So you can even catch Pokemon that have shards if you don't pick them up. But I think we've pretty much done everything in Vermilion City for now. Here's the old man that sells you an egg if you're interested in an egg. But now we got to go through the Diglett's cave. We do have cut now, finally, so we can go back to other areas where we couldn't go through, pick up some items we couldn't get. And if we go through Diglett's cave, it's going to send us all the way back, just past Vermilion Forest. So let's just see what is in the area. Here's the house we couldn't get into. It's got one of Professor Oak's aides. When you come and talk to him, he will give you HM flash to see in the dark caves. So come and get that from him. We can also cut through here. Here's another aide. Just have a chat with all the people. And we did pick up a TM down here. There was an attack. I already picked it up. I'm just coming back down to show you guys. And we can cut back, and we're back in near Pewter City. So now we're going to fly or use our Poke-Rider to get back to Vermilion City. We're going to go pick up our bark voucher. Our bicycle, sorry, with our bark voucher. So rather get that out the way, don't forget about it. And then we can use cut to make our way through the path to the cave that sends us to Lavender Town. Sorry, I had a blank there. We're going to go try to get to Lavender Town. So if we come speak to this guy, he was trying to sell us a bark for 1 million, but now we got it for free. And because Surge was so tough, it got me thinking, how am I going to beat Giovanni, the Elite Four, and these other secret trainers? I'm really going to have to up my strategy now, moving forward. I know for Surge, my Pokemon's types were just completely wrong. I thought 1 or 2 Pokemon would help me win against him, but it just wasn't the case. So here I've already battled some of the trainers. I had to come and battle them to train up my new Pokemon that I caught for Surge, but I only battled about half of them. And I am going to explore these little grass areas. They're like half hidden away. There's not many, but there are some here. And I'll show you some of the Pokemon that can be found in these areas during the daytime. My Tri-Cadet has really been struggling. He was really not useful against Surge. I had to trade him out. But I think in the next video, I'm going to evolve most of my Pokemon. I've been holding them back from evolving since like level 22. So they're all up 10 plus levels. I think we need to step it up, evolve them now. And it might make things a bit easier for us. Our gym is still pretty strong. And I went back and added Teddiursa to my team because I really want the Blood Moon Lunala. I'm not 100% sure how to get it or evolve it into the Blood Moon version. I don't know if you need the Hisuian Teddiursa to get that. I need to look into it more. If you know how to get the Blood Moon Lunala specifically, please let me know down in the comments. I'm hoping I don't have to catch a brand new Pokemon to get the Blood Moon version, and I can just use my Earth Ring to get it somehow. We did come across this Orbeetle that's been damaging a lot of my Pokemon. Orbeetle is actually really cool. It's a nice Pokemon to keep in your team if you want a bug type. I think Orbeetle or Golisopod are super underrated bug type Pokemon. As you can see, just knocked out my old gym as well. But also, if you guys are playing the game and you've battled Surge, please let me know if it was as much of a struggle for you as it was for me. And just let me know in the comments what your team was. We can have a chat in the comments. I'm very curious to find out if it was difficult or easy for you. For me, it was super tough as I didn't keep my starter Pokemon and I didn't have the right types for him. But I'm hoping for other gym leaders to come. We will not be at such a disadvantage with our types. The next gym leader is in Lavender Town. I'm not sure if there is a gym leader in Lavender Town. There's a lot of psychic and ghost Pokemon there, so we should be able to handle that. Here are some of the Pokemon I found in this area. I did discover all of them for you. Tropius was quite difficult to come by, but not super tough. Found him in about 10 or 15 minutes. And yeah, if you want any of those Pokemon, just search the grass there and you'll find them. I haven't searched down these little cliffs, so I think next time I come past here, I need to come down and search if there's any items or any hidden TMs down here. Now we battled this trainer and he was also super tough. He had a Smeargle and a Spinder or Spander or something. And it's just got this crazy attack that was just doing a lot of damage against me. Not super tough, but it was a battle. See, yes, I'm really dreading Giovanni. Apparently Giovanni is one of the toughest battles in the entire game. And he shouldn't be that much further, actually. After Lavender Town, I think we can make our way to the other two towns as well, to the west. And use our bicycle to go down. I am starting to feel like my team is starting to come together now. My team was a bit all over the place. I didn't know who to keep or who to let go. But Bastiodon is a good asset to my team currently. He's got super high defense, so he can take a lot of blows, and his physical attack is quite strong. And same for Ursaring. It's just the only downside to having a normal type in your team is normal types are quite weak to a lot of different types. I normally wouldn't go for a normal type in my team, but I'm hoping the Blood Moon Lunala will be quite strong, and I think it's a dual type. It might become a dual type. But there is another normal Pokemon that I'd like to add to my team down the line. I've been trying to look at all the Pokemon in Radical Red and find some of their locations and decide which Pokemon I might want to keep in my final team. So I've chosen about 15 Pokemon that really interest me, 15 to 20. So I think I might try and catch all 15 or 20 Pokemon and try and level them up, and as we go, at least we'll have quite a big selection to battle all these tough battles. As you can see, Bastiodon is just eating up the attacks. His defense is super high. I wouldn't mind catching a few other of these dinosaur-looking Pokemon. There's also Cranidos, which is quite cool. And there's one that looks like a T-Rex almost. I forgot his name. But that's also a cool Pokemon. Now, here in this grass, I also did a bit of exploring off video. So I'll show you some of the Pokemon that can be found here during the day if you want to catch any of them. We did come across this little Skitty, so I thought I would try and catch it. It was one of the more rarer Pokemon in this area. Another normal type. But yeah, I think if I evolve my Pokemon in the next video, our team will be quite solid. It'll be a good start. After Lavender Town, there is the fighting gym. I believe it's Bruno or something, with all the fighting Pokemon. So I've got to keep that in mind as well for the next video, that I'm going to need a team that's strong against fighting. Luckily, that will be these Pokemon with Earthquake and these ground attacks. So there, I gave you a quick look of the Pokemon you could have caught in that grass area. Today's video is going to be a bit shorter because it just took me so long to get through Surge. In the next video, we are going to make our way through the rock tunnel to Lavender Town. We did just pick up an Everstone, which can be held, and it stops your Pokemon from evolving. But I think now we're gonna end the video soon. We're gonna battle this woman. Ooh, Pikachu, that's pretty cool. We'll do the rock tunnel in the next video. We're gonna evolve all my Pokemon and we're gonna reach Lavender Town. So next video is gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna be back on track. I'll try to get the next video out tomorrow. But we're getting there. We've got our third gym badge. We're halfway there. This trainer's got some strong Pokemon. Clefable is Archer. Charcadet's gonna end up dying, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I definitely need to evolve Charcadet now. And OGM. Okay, we defeated the trainer. OGM is ready to evolve, but I think I'm going to cancel it and keep that for next video. If I've been all over the place in this video, please forgive me. Surge has been a hell of a battle. I'm pretty tired at the time of making this, so I'm not thinking too straight. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.